Hello, the Prep 100 here. I want to show you what I did next after getting my gold and silver. I needed some way to protect myself too, and I decided to get myself a pistol. In fact, you can see two pistols, but I'll get back to that later. But the first purchase I made was a Glock 19. It's a compact version of the Glock 17, and it fits nicely in my hands. The 17 would fit exactly the same way, except it would be a little bit longer this way and a little bit longer that way. Got it for a few reasons. Number one, like I said, it fits nicely in my hands. And to just show you what I mean is that I don't have big hands, and I'll show you my measurements of my hands. And from the base of that ruler to the top, it's less than 7 inches. So I went around, got some feel for guns, and people said the Glock 19 feels nice, and it does. That's the reason I got it. The second reason was because it uses 9mm, I think the most common round out there, because the NATO countries use it. Our military uses it. I doubt most police agencies use it, but they use similar Glocks. I mean, they use similar guns with Glock. And most people have it. It's very easy to get, very comparably cheaper than 40 and 45. So I could practice more with it. And the third reason would be because if I ever needed to clean it, like most people don't, but some do, like I do, it's very easy to take apart. Just pull the trigger, pick it out, take out the barrel, take out the spring, and there we have it. Easy to clean, but most of the time you don't need to clean it. But I like to do it when I go shooting. And that's it. And the next purchase I made later down the road was the second pistol, or the second pistol you see here, and it's a Glock 30 SF. The reason I got it was because it mimics, or it's very similar to the Glock 19. So, and the Glock 30 SF is a 45 version, and it fits nicely in my hands, as you can see. And the 30 SF is short frame, and the short frame means the distance of this area right here. So this is a 30 SF. I'm pretty sure if you got the 30, it'll be probably this much longer. And so I tried the 21 and the 30, and it was a bit bigger, really bigger than. But then the SF is a big difference. Many people might not say so, but I do, because as you can see, saw earlier that my hands was not that big. And similar to the Glock 19, it's taken apart. These are both third generations. You could always tell third generation or fourth generation by this rail, and I can mount a light on it if I wanted to. And it shoots the 45, as you can see right here. The 45 and the 9mm in comparison, much bigger. The reason I got it was because I wanted some stopping power. But of course, any handgun you can stop a person with the right placement. And the Glock 30 SF comes with the 10 rounds. But of course, if I wanted to get something bigger, I couldn't, because I live in California and we're limited to 10 rounds. And if you didn't own magazines before the 2000 band, you can't own it now, unless you're a law enforcement officer. And similarly to my Glock 19, I can only have 10 rounds. And it's pretty silly, because if a criminal was to come to my house with a 30-round Glock mag, a 30-rounder, or anything more than 10 rounds, I'd be SOL unless I get the shot placement right. But that's California. They always restrict the law-abiding citizens, and they don't care about the criminals, because criminals don't follow the law. And as you can see, the 30 SF and the 19 is very similar. The two differences you can see was that little notch right here, and the magazine extension to the Glock 30 magazines will alleviate that. Here's an empty mag, and because I have small hands, it fits nicely in my hands, holding tightly onto it. So there we go. And let's take a more look at it. It's hard to tell the difference, but you might be able to tell that the 30 SF is a bit fatter on the right, and because it's fatter, it's a little bit heavier. So it's heavier, of course. And these are both fixed sights. And let me see. For my purchase, I paid around $600, brand new, out the door. And you might be thinking that's very high for a handgun. Yes, that is high, but I chose it because many people have it. Glock is a known name, and even though it was the first to make plastic bottoms, just for lay terms. But it proves up to be it's reliable. Many other gun companies are doing the same, like the SIG 2022. But anyways, for this one I paid around $500 used, and hope to take it out to the range soon. Hope you would do yourself a favor and get yourself a piece to protect yourself. Obviously, when we saw those riots in London, a baseball bat wouldn't do, but if you had a handgun, you could surely protect yourself, because people don't want to get shot, and because you don't have to be closest distance to the perpetrator when you pull the trigger. 20 feet would do nicely, would do fairly to protect yourself from the perpetrator, instead of being up close and trying to hit him with a baseball bat. Right, do yourself a favor, at least try to get yourself a handgun. You could get a good handgun for maybe $300 or less, used. But my preference, I wanted it new. For my first handgun, I wanted it new, and a good brand. And I got myself a Glock 19. And you could get similar guns that shoot 9mm, like I said, for cheaper. 9mm is pretty deadly. Just like any kind of ammo from 22 and up, 9mm fits perfectly to defend yourself. And hope you do something about just protecting yourself, and good luck.